I retired at 50, not because I planned to, because life woke me up. I had a Widowmaker heart attack, then aggressive prostate cancer. I shouldn't really be here, twice over, but this is what I learned about creativity, purpose, and what really matters when you see your own mortality threatened. For years, my life had a shape. I ran a recording studio, I had clients, deadlines, problems to solve, a reason to get up in the morning. Then the pandemic hit. Overnight, the studio shut. No sessions, no people, no momentum, just silence. Then out of nowhere, my mum died. No warning, no long goodbye. One day she was there, the next, well, she wasn't. And before I'd even processed that, my body started failing. I was training for a triathlon, exercising 45 to 60 minutes every day, plus weights, resting heart rate of 42 beats per minute. Then one day on the exercise bike, I could feel something wasn't right. So I took myself to A&E. 5 hospital visits, 5, you're fine, go home. All of them wrong. Then one morning, I woke up with chest pain, still in bed. My partner called an ambulance and I had a massive heart attack while connected to their ECG machine. At the hospital, they rushed me to resus on a trolley. 4 days in the cardiac unit, emergency stent, an 80% blockage of my main artery to the heart. The consultant told me, if you hadn't been so fit, you'd be dead. And just when I thought I'd survived prostate cancer, fast growing, aggressive, and the only reason it was caught, I requested a PSA test from my doctor, as I did every year since I was 45. If we hadn't caught it early, I'd be on a death sentence right now. Twice I came closer to dying than I ever expected at this age, and twice I decided I wasn't yet finished. Lying in resus before the diagnosis was harsh. Surrounded by doctors and nurses, all I could think was, I can't die now, I haven't done everything I wanted to do. Somewhere in that space, I realized something. I didn't want to reopen the studio, not commercially, not the way it had been. I wasn't running away, I was listening. For the first time in decades, I was actually listening to myself. By that point, my mortgage was paid, I had investments, I wasn't panicking about money. On paper, by most people's standards, I'd won. No boss, no debt, no pressure, freedom. But here's the part nobody talks about. Freedom without direction, well, it's terrifying. At first, it feels like a holiday. Sleep in, read loads, no rush, but slowly the days lose their edge. No deadlines, no expectations, no one waiting on you. So much of your identity was tied to being needed, to being useful, to being productive. And when that disappears, you don't just lose work, you lose yourself. I wasn't depressed as such, but I wasn't really happy. I was just empty, floating, drifting, waiting for motivation that never came. I kept thinking, one day I'll feel ready, one day I'll feel inspired, and that day never seemed to arrive. Joolz Denby once said, you have to write every day, not for inspiration, but discipline. She was talking about poetry to writers, but it applies to all creatives. You cannot wait for it to come. You have to practice your discipline to keep your hand in. You see, motivation doesn't come first, structure does. Purpose isn't found, it's built, and creativity isn't a hobby, it's survival. Without something to aim at, without something to shape your days, freedom turns into paralysis. So I started small, no grand plans, no reinvention speeches, simple routines, creative rituals, reasons to show up. I chose meaning over comfort, I chose intention over drifting, and slowly a new identity began to form. Not based on income, not based on approval, based on alignment. Here's why I'm telling you this, because this doesn't just happen after retirement. It happens after burnout, after illness, after redundancy, loss, midlife wake-up calls. One day, life removes the structure and says, now what? These moments don't end you, they expose you. What will you do when you are responsible only to yourself? And if you don't choose who you become, you'll default into numbness. This experience changed how I see everything: work, creativity, success, time. It's why I don't teach hustle, and I don't teach withdrawal either. I teach conscious creation, living on purpose at human pace. Not hustling towards burnout, not drifting into irrelevance, building a life that feels like yours. One that brings a smile, not a grimace to your face. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still learning. But now I choose my life. I don't drift into it. So let me leave you with this. If work stopped tomorrow, if your role disappeared, if nobody needed you anymore, who would you be? And what would you build? Because you're still here. That question is why I built the Pareto Producer, not as a course, as a system for people like us. The quiet rebels who aren't done creating, who refuse to turn their passion into a past tense eulogy. Structure without overwhelm, direction without hustle, the tools to build the identity you actually want. If you want to explore this with me and other like-minded souls, the link's below. I'm keeping it small. I want to make sure this works for you, not just me. Oh, and there's a little something for free, just as a thank you for even looking, before you press record. Now here's what I didn't tell you yet. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but what if I'm not technical? What if I don't even know where to start? That's exactly what we looked at in the last video, and it's what this is all about. Focus on the 20% that matters. That video is right here. Just go and give it a watch.